Exploring Titanic's legacy, a journey through time. Have you ever heard of the Titanic? It is not just any ship. It was the largest and most luxurious ship in history. But tragically, it never reached its destination. Instead, it struck an iceberg in the icy waters of the North Atlantic on the 15th of April, 1912, leading to one of the most famous maritime disasters in history. This incident has also been filmed into a movie. But why are we still talking about the Titanic today, more than 100 years later? Well, part of the reason is people like Mr. Tony Probst. Mr. Tony's love for the Titanic is like no other. Since the 1990s, he's been collecting all sorts of things related to the Titanic. For example, plates, sheet music, and even personal papers from people who were on board. Tony isn't the only one who's fascinated by the Titanic. There are people all over the world who collect items from the ship. They might buy things at auctions, like the violin case of the bandleader who played as the ship went down. Sunken over 100 years ago, its story still captures the imagination of people today. And thanks to collectors like Tony, its memory will live on for generations to come. Have you heard of the story of the Titanic before? What do you know about it? What do you think makes the Titanic such an interesting and memorable story, even after more than 100 years?
Have you heard of the ship named Titanic? I have heard about this tragic sinking incident. Did you know that people still collect items from the Titanic to this day? Whoa! I did not know about that! But why would collectors collect them? That's a good question, but I am not too sure either. Let's go and ask someone about it then. Great idea, Pico! To the Earth we go! Hi, Mr. Tony. You have a very fascinating collection of Titanic artifacts. How did your passion for the Titanic begin?
Hello, Nino. Well, my fascination with the Titanic started back in the mid-1990s. I found the stories of the passengers and crew, the tragic sinking, and the mystery surrounding the ship that drew my attention. I wanted to learn more and eventually collect pieces of its history.
Do you remember when Titanic sank? You are right! Titanic sank on the 15th of April, 1912. That's really interesting. What are some of the most prized artifacts in your collection?
Oh, there are so many pieces that hold special meaning for me. One of my favorites is a lifeboat plaque, a tangible reminder of the survivor's struggle for survival. I also have various personal items belonging to passengers, like documents and personal items, which offers a glimpse into their lives aboard the Titanic.
Wow, that sounds incredible! How do you feel when you get a new piece for your collection?
It is a mix of excitement and respectance, to be honest. Each artifact represents a piece of history, a connection to those who were aboard the Titanic. I feel a responsibility to preserve these items and share their stories with others.
What drives you to keep collecting Titanic artifacts then?
For me, it is all about preserving the stories of the Titanic's passengers and crew. Their experiences deserve to be remembered and honored, and collecting these artifacts is my way of ensuring that their legacy lives on.
Do you have any specific goals or dreams for your collection?
I would love to continue sharing my collection with the public, perhaps through more museum exhibitions or educational events. I hope that my collection inspires others to learn about the Titanic and the lessons we can learn from its tragic history.
What do you think we can learn from studying artifacts such as from the Titanic? Do you have any collection of items too? Why is it special to you?
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more awesome adventures with Nino.